Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video just regarding uh, some information that I gleaned while doing some research, a little homework um, on something called the National Crime Information Center. I believe this has a lot to do with why people are being subjected to uh, what I call cruel and unusual punishment, and how it's being tied to the police department, and how it's being tied to the terrorist watch list, and how it's also coupled with the FISA court violations that I continue to speak about. Right, the National Crime Information Center. It is a it keeps a database known as the uh, known suspected terrorist or possible terrorist database. People who appear on this list, they are considered known suspected terrorists. And this is all denoted under policy 1.06 off of the Honolulu Police Department's website. Policy is titled Encounters with Individuals on the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Terrorist Screening Center Watchlist. So this is a Terrorist Screening Center Watchlist, and that is abbreviation is TSC, National Crime Center Information, NCIC, known suspected terrorist, KST, possible terrorist, PST. And this database basically is accessed automatically when an officer queries a name in the National Crime Information Center, and they do this to see if you have any priors, I guess, and or any outstanding warrants in other locales. This is like an interagency list that is then accessed and given to the officer. What they do with, after they ping you, and it just says that all reports, whether it results in an arrest or not, all encounters are reported, and then they are sent to the National Crime Center and to the terrorist. I forget the name of that. It's like the Terrorist Screening Center, and it's documented. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna dive into it. I'm gonna get it real quick because I do believe that this is being exploited. What happens when an officer encounters someone on the watch list? A is kind of completely redacted from the public version, so we don't know what happens there. B says officers shall use extreme caution and follow officer safety procedures throughout the encounter. C, at no time shall the officer inform the individual that he or she may be on a terrorist watch list. D, please note that TSC, which is the Terrorist Screening Center, may request the following additional information regarding the individual, and that is redacted as well. Again, this falls under policy 1.06 on procedures how to deal with encounters with individuals on the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Terrorist Screening Watchlist. I'm about to make a loaded statement, and I believe it's true. City and County of Honolulu, through extension of the Honolulu Police Department, are exploiting individuals listed on the National Crime Center Information's known suspected terrorist watch list from the Terrorist Screening Center. TSC watch list violations and abuses are being used to human traffic individuals out of revenge, spite, and profit. People who find themselves placed on the list are never informed, as denoted in the policy 1.06. Information accessed by HPD is functionally used for intelligence only and is not meant to be disclosed. This is signed by Susan Ballard. I know for a fact that this is not true, that I possibly fall on this list, and two, people who are not law enforcement, who have interaction with law enforcement know that I am on this list. And they are using that vulnerability, as with me and many others, to subjugate, silence, and basically rob blind, human traffic. As stated, people on this list, they likely lose a lot of human and civil liberties, because you can then surveil and over surveil and over police and pretty much do anything, because you become a non-investigatory subject. My further suspicion is that corrupt members of the city and county of Honolulu and the Honolulu Police Department are actually inducting people onto the list with the explicit goal to monetize the alleged possible or known terrorist suspect. It should be clearly stated that these fall under this designation are merely suspects and not actual terrorists. The criteria to be inducted into this list is unknown at this time, well, unknown to me, but buyer beware if you intend on relocating to Hawaii and find yourself mixed in with the wrong group. I believe CRU, the Crime Reductive Unit, is actively inducting people onto this list. I believe that because they run wild, they do whatever they want, and I believe that they are utilizing this vulnerability and weakness and loophole to entrap, destroy, and monetize victims. Just wanted to make this quick video. I'm going to title it Terrorist Screening Center Exploit by HPD. I had a hunch, just from everything I've gone through and everything that I've researched, that something like this is being actually weaponized against people, unsuspecting, unwitting targets, unwitting people. And I'm sure it goes deeper, and I'm sure there's a lot more that falls behind this. But yeah, most certainly, I think I am definitely on the right track. And I hope that someone from the prosecutor's office is listening or watching, or maybe this reaches someone in the prosecutor's office, so a proper investigation can be done into this, because people's lives are being ruined, and it is completely unwarranted and uncalled for, and it needs to be rectified. Thank you for watching. Please share if you can. Thanks.